The story of Lenny Diaz, an MCPS middle school student who was hospitalized after a metal object was thrown at him, has struck a chord with the Rockville family, who says this type of incident happens all the time in public schools, and their kid at another school was also struck in the head. They say MCPS isn't doing enough. What makes you so proud of your son?
He's very intelligent. He's very articulate. He's kind-hearted. He has a passion to learn and wants to learn. And I don't know too many kids, especially not myself, that when I was his age, I didn't really know what I wanted to do or be. But at 10 years old, he told me the other day he wants to go to Yale. And I said, why do you want to go to Yale? And he said, because they have the best astronomy school in the nation. I think when I was 10, I wanted to be the garbage man. So I could ride on the back of the trucks and hold on. I mean, that's when I was a kid. So to see his mind working and planning a future at such a young age, I'll just, heart goes out.
I love that. Astronomy at 10 years old.
Yeah.
What could possibly get in the way of his dreams?
Not being able to attend school and not want to go to school anymore. So it's pretty much gotten down to where, you have the honor, smart kid, loves school, to the point now where, he's having nightmares, he's having trouble sleeping, he gets up and he cries, he doesn't want to go to school. So that's, to me, is a big issue. Why does a kid that does so well, enjoys everything in life, enjoyed school up until a certain point, and now he's totally turned off, he's scared. He's scared. And honestly, I can't blame him.
Now, I met you and Cooper's mom, your son, off camera. Lovely people.
Thank you.
You seem to have a really nice parental unit that supports your son. A really great guy.
Thank you.
What's going on at school?
So over the past couple of years, he's been bullied. And, it started off small, and we couldn't exactly put a finger or a pulse on what was going on. Simple things like in his desk, his crayons would be broken. His pencils would be broken. He had several things missing at times from his personal book bag. He's had hand sanitizer squirted all over his desk. And we kind of just said, kids will be kids. But it's slowly been progressing to the point where he's been verbally threatened.
And he says his family is heartbroken as they search for answers. We called both the mom and dad of the alleged bullies for those answers, but no one responded.
So at that point, I said, that's it. And we went to the school, met with the principal. We filed a bullying report, and that's not good enough.
But I understand there's a video.
There is a video
of this incident.
There is, and we when we found out that there was closed-circuit TV from the school property of this incident that took place, we demanded to be able to see that video because we didn't like their response on trying to downplay this incident to make it seem like, oh, the two kids were just, got into a scuffle or a kabuffle, or she called it some strange word that I've never heard before. Not use the word that I would use, which is your classic assault. They said that the video is already focused and zoomed into the best resolution. You can only watch it 3 times. We will not stop it, pause it, or rewind, or you cannot zoom in. And that took me by surprise. Why not?
After that, John Bittner grew more frustrated. He and his wife also filed a police complaint, but said they got the runaround and were directed back to the school. When Cooper's mom reached out to MCPS, she received a message of concern and a link to the district's bullying and harassment policies online. MCM has asked school district officials about their plan to put an end to the alleged bullying, but has not received a response. Meanwhile, Cooper's parents report he continues to be bullied. So you watched the video,
I did
and
watch the
what
video.
did you see with your own eyes?
So what I saw with my own eyes was she turned around and saw Cooper and decided to strike him with her foot into the back of the head. Immediately after that, Cooper is holding the back of his head and kind of like stumbling away off, just a little bit. And then we see an adult come into frame and kind of separate the...
Is Cooper okay?
So Cooper was told by another administrator at that point in time that he needed to go to the nurse's office. Once he was at the nurse's office, the nurse administered first aid to him because of him complaining of blurred vision, headache, and he had a noticeable lump on the back of his head. He turned his head just at the point of impact where she caught him in the back of the head rather than the face.
And what do you want to see as the outcome of this?
I believe that the biggest impact that we can make is to bring this to the attention of the public so that it's not a hidden matter. Why are we trying to hide the most sensitive thing that's going on in our nation today, the protection and the anti-bullying of our students? We should feel safe as parents to send our children, when they're no longer in our protection, to feel safe and comfortable that the school is going to do the right thing and protect our children from these bullies. If we can't protect our children when our children are not in our immediate control and custody, and we have to rely on the protection of our school system for that, and our school system fails us time after time, what are we supposed to do?
And as for Lenny Diaz, there is a promising update. At the time of this recording, we are told that he was taken off of his breathing tube.